a day of utter confusion in Liberia. This morning, in the wake of the much-disputed general elections, dubbed rigged by the opposition, Liberian radio announced that there'd been a coup, and that General Quiwonkpa's Patriotic Forces movement had taken over from head of state Samuel Kanyon Doe. General Quiwonkpa, once Doe's right-hand man, was accused of plotting a coup in 1983 and fled the country to the United States. The announcement that he was apparently back brought people out onto the streets in celebration. A number of Doe's ministers were arrested and taken to the post-stockade prison, and there was gunfire. But this afternoon, Samuel Doe reappeared at the executive mansion to announce that the coup had failed. On the line to Monrovia earlier this afternoon, just as pro-Doe announcements were going out, Robin White asked Momolu Sirleaf, editor of the newspaper Footprints Today, just what was going on.
Right now, it is difficult to know. We are really in a state of confusion. In the streets, some people are even dancing, and they don't know of the latest development, because they haven't heard the radio. But some of my reporters were at the executive mansion, and they told me that they did see Doe, dressed in his military uniform, up on the 4th floor of the executive mansion, and he says that he is in charge.
Is there fighting going on at the moment?
That is a strange thing. There is no fighting in the streets. I've just driven up and down. It's very, very quiet. But now they are on the radio just now again as I'm talking to you.
Saying what?
They are announcing again that the coup has failed. They say they are in complete command of the armed forces of Liberia. And they are calling for the members of the patriotic forces to give themselves in immediately.
Who's actually making the announcement?
Wilson, I think. I think it was a sergeant. He's on the national radio. So now, apparently, the patriotic forces have lost control of the national radio station.
Where is Quiwonkpa now?
Well, I do not know. All this morning we heard the messages. It did not say where Quiwonkpa was. I assume it was a pre-recorded message because, it was played over and over. So I do not know, although people have said that he was in Liberia, I don't know whether he's here or not. I really don't know. People are out in the street dancing, we are only praying God that there won't be too much bloodshed.
Your reporters who saw Doe, did they say what kind of mood he was in?
No, the reporter didn't say exactly what kind of mood he was in, but they said he was dressed in his military uniform and that he was surrounded by his security men and some of his aides. And apparently he said, if he was at the mansion, if they wanted to get him, they should go for him. But he does have forces loyal to him there.
Now, there have in the past in Liberia been phony coup attempts. Is there any chance that this also might turn out to be a phony coup?
Well, I do not know. I do not know. Really, the situation here is kind of confusing. Whether it is a phony coup or not, I do not know. A lot of people did believe it. And they, of course, by the fact that they're out in the streets dancing and so forth, they did believe it. So I do not know whether it was phony or not, but if it was phony, a lot of people did get arrested, and some did get beaten, because my reporters also saw, friends of the Minister of Justice right in front of the Ministry of Information. This is a confusing situation because apparently, Head of State Doe was in charge of the mansion, yet they had Minister Krahn at the Ministry of Justice without his clothes on.
You say that your reporters saw Justice Minister Scott stripped.
This is what the reporter said. Now, I do not know, who is in control of where, but I do know that the announcement came over, for the radio station. Now, the post stockade is in the military barracks, not too far from the executive mansion. So I do not know how these officials of government can be imprisoned in the military barracks there, when the head of state is still in control of the situation, as the radio has announced. So the whole thing is confusing.
Momolu Sirleaf in Monrovia. Well, Richard Williams, who said he's a member of the Patriotic Forces movement that claims responsibility for today's coup in Liberia, called us up from the United States to claim that it had not failed. Robin White asked Richard Williams what, according to him, was happening.
We are in control of the situation, and we'd like to inform the Liberians who are joyous and rejoicing in the streets of Monrovia to continue the joyous motion, and that everything will be settled very soon.
But apparently the latest reports are that your coup has failed and Head of State Doe is still in control of the executive mansion.
That may be true, but we did not want to capture the mansion because we thought it was irrelevant at that time.
So what bits of Monrovia are you in control of, according to your information?
We are in control, according to Monrovia, about 90% of the capital and the rest of the environmental areas.
What about Doe being in control of the radio? Isn't that an indication that you failed?
That isn't. He hasn't had, or he doesn't have control of the radio station. He only has some radio mechanism by which he can override or supersede the radio station by direct broadcasting.
From the executive mansion?
That's correct.
Where are you getting your information from?
Directly from Monrovia.
Your people are calling you from there?
That's correct.
Where is General Quiwonkpa now?
He is in Monrovia.
When did he get there?
Well, because of security reasons, I'm not at liberty to discuss his particular location and when he arrived.
Has he been there for some time?
I'm not at liberty to say that.
Why not?
Because he is in control, and we anticipate that he will make his statement at his own pace and his own time.
Are the Americans backing your coup or your attempted coup?
I'm not at liberty to say anything.
Richard Williams on the line from the United States. Well, government forces now seem to be in control of the private Elwa radio station in Monrovia, as well as the state radio.